Hello everyone, welcome to Sources classes. This is Tushar Shaw, and in this video we will be continuing the PUMDET latest year's question paper that we were solving since the last 10 videos, I guess. PUMDET latest year question paper. Okay. So in the last video we did up till question number 46. Okay. So in this video we will be starting from question number 47. Now, so let us look into the questions directly without wasting any time. It says that the reaction N2, let me write down the reaction, N2 plus 3H2 gives 2NH3, and the rate of decomposition of H2 with time is given to be minus 0.06 moles liter inverse second inverse. So let me write down the value. dH2 by dt is equal to 0.0 minus 0.0 uh, 006 mole liter inverse second inverse. Okay. Now this is at a certain instant. Now the value of dNH3 by dt is required at that instant is asked. Okay. So let us write down the let us write down the rate law or the dividing rate equation that we will obtain from this equation. Okay. So minus dN2 by dt is equal to minus 1 by 3 dH2 by dt would be equal to half dNH3 by dt. This would be the differential rate law for this equation in respective to all the species. Okay, that is the N2 H2 and 3NH at DNH3. So we can just cancel out the N2 one because N2 the value of N2 is not important for this question. We require the value of the rate of change of concentration of H2 is given, and the rate of change of concentration of NH3 is required. Okay, so let us delete the rate of change of concentration of N2 species from the system, from the equations. Okay, so this is the equation we would like to follow. Now let us put the value of this dH2 by dt. So we will be getting, where is the pointer? Yeah. So minus 1 by 3 into minus 0.006 mole liter inverse second inverse would be equal to, let us multiply this 2 over here. So we will be getting 2 instead of 1. So 2 by 3 into dNH3 by dt. Okay. So if we just calculate this value, we will be getting the exact answer. So let me just calculate the value over here. We have 2 into 0.006 divided by 3, and the minus minus cancels out. So we get where's the pointer? dNH3 by dt would be equal to 0.04, I'm sorry, 004 mole liter inverse second inverse. In the options you can see that this is obviously plus and not minus, because I've already from the formula we already know that why we have given this minus over here, because this is the species that is reacting. So this is being consumed, and therefore the rate equation has a minus over there. And why this has a plus sign, because NH3 is formed from this equation. Okay, and it is being produced, and therefore there is a plus sign over here. Okay, so obviously here mathematically also we have cancelled out both the minus, and from the common sense also we know that the NH3 is formed, therefore DNH3 would be in positive sign. So here would be one positive sign. Now in the options you can see that plus 0.04 is the option C that is given. Okay, so option C would be the correct option. Okay, moving on to the next question. That is question number 48. Okay. This question says that among the molecules, 5 molecules are given. Okay. Let me just write down the molecule for you. H2O, NO, CO2, N2O, and CH4. Okay, these five species are been given to you. Now you have to find out which of them would be showing microwave spectrum. Okay. Now you must remember that I have already solved a lot of questions regarding this. That what species would be showing microwave spectrum or not. So so the most basic and the most priority is that the thing that you would be checking while seeing a molecule whether it is microwave active or not. That is, you will be seeing whether there is a permanent dipole moment or not. Okay, so any species, let me just write down the statement. Any species that has a permanent dipole moment would be microwave active. Okay. Now, is H2O the structure? Let us look at the individual structure for the given questions. Okay. So, firstly, look at H2O. This has a permanent dipole moment towards the oxygen center. So, this is this is active. NO. NO, this has N double bond O, maybe plus, maybe minus, we don't know. But this has a dipole moment towards oxygen. So, therefore, this one is also active. Now, carbon dioxide. This is microwave, like microwave inactive, but IR active. Okay. So why microwave inactive? Because both the double bonds, both the dipole moments in the opposite directions of the electron poles from the oxygen center are being cancelled out from each other. Okay, and therefore both of them are like they cancel each other totally, and therefore giving rise to no dipole moment, and therefore this molecule being microscopically microwave inactive. Okay. The next species that is N2O. So N2O has this kind of structure. Okay, this one is, so this one is also having a dipole moment in this case, because there is a strong charge separation in between the species, and therefore a dipole moment is strongly separated. So this one is microwave active to some great extent. Okay, and the last species that is given is CH4. Now this molecule does not have any dipole moment at all. Like no such dipole moment pull is even observed. In case of CO2, there is a pull being observed from both the C double bond O sides, but they are being cancelled. But in this case, there is no such cancellation because no such dipole moment arises itself. Okay, so this would be microwave inactive. Okay, so in the species we got three microwave active species, that is H2O, we have NO, and we have N2O. In the options you can see that NO, N2O and H2O are given in option number C, option C. So option C would be the correct. Moving on to the next question, that is question number 50. It says that for a second order reaction, second order decomposition of a compound, the time taken to reduce the initial concentration by the factor of half is 10 minutes. Okay, so T half is given to be 10 minutes. Time taken to reduce the initial concentration by a factor of half. So we are talking about the half life of the system, that is the time required to disintegrate or decompose half amount of the species that was initially present. Okay. Now the time required to reduce the initial concentration by 1/4 would be, okay. So T 1/4 is asked. T 1/4 is asked. So let us firstly write down the integrated rate law for the second order reaction. Okay. So I am not doing a derivation over here. You may find it on any standard kinetics textbook. Or let me just suggest one. You can look at an Castellan book. Okay. It is a green color book. It will be easy for you to like figure out which one it is. So yeah, so in this book the kinetics is very well explained, so you can just go out and look at the derivation for the second order reaction. Okay, so the integrated rate law is given as 1 by A is equal to 1 by A naught plus KT. Okay, so that if we write the T as T half, okay, so what would happen is the at T half, if let us say the constant initial concentration is A naught, then after T half the final concentration would be half of A naught, half of A naught. So let us put down those values. Okay, so A would be equal to half of A naught when T is equal to T half. So 1 by 2 A naught is equal to 1 by A naught plus K T half. Okay, or we may say let us take the both sides common. We have half minus 1 into 1 by A naught is equal to K T half. Okay, or we may say T half would be equal to T half is equal to uh, I'm sorry, I did a small mistake over here. It would be half over here. Okay, half over here. So the 2 would be going up. We would be having 2 over here. Okay, so then T half would be equal to this would be giving 1, and the T half would be equal to 1 by K into A naught. Okay, this would be the value of T half. Now we have to calculate the T 1 by 4. Okay, in the question the value of T half is, I guess, provided to us. Okay, so we can just write K is equal to 1 by T half into A naught in accordance with the derivation that we did just here. So T 1 by 4, now let us write down the equation for T 1 by 4. So after T 1 by 4 means the time required to reduce the initial concentration by a factor of 1 by 4. Okay, so it says that the time required to reduce the initial concentration by a factor of 1 by 4 will be. Okay, so we have reduced the initial concentration to 1 by 4. So in this case the final concentration, where is the pointer? Yeah, so the initial concentration is taken to be A naught. So then the final concentration would be 1/4 of the reduction of the initial concentration. That is, so the final concentration would be 3/4 of the initial concentration. Okay, 1/4 has been reduced, 3/4 is left. Okay, now let us put this values in the integrated log in. So we have 1 by A naught in 1 by A, instead of A we will be writing 1 by 3 by 4 A naught would be equal to 1 by A naught plus K into T to the power 1 by 4. Okay. Now putting the values, let us just put the values over here, or 4 by 3, and here we take common 1 by A naught, sorry, 1 by A naught is taken common over here. 4 by 3 minus 1 would be equal to, let us put the value of K from the above equation. We have 1 by A naught into K into T half into, we have T 1 by 4 over here. So this one and this one cancels out. We have 1 by 3 over here, or 1 by 3 into T half would be equal to T 1 by 4. So the value of T half is given to be uh, 10 minutes. Okay, 10 minutes. Yeah. So the option, so this one would be T 1 by 4 would be 10 into 30, and 10 into 3, which is equal to 30 minutes. Okay. So this one would be the, so in the options you can see that option B has the correct option. This one has 30 minutes, so this one would be the correct option. Okay. Now moving on to the next question, which is a very short question, I guess. Uh, yeah. So it says uh, this is a kind of mathematics kind of quantum mechanics question, so you may just like it. Um, Question number 51. It says that fx is given to be x to the power n. Okay, where fx is the eigenfunction of the operator. So fx is the eigenfunction of the operator. Now, um, we have to see that where in the options there are there are operators given. So whether this is an eigenfunction and for that operator, and whether we get the eigenvalue or not. Okay, so if we divide, if we differentiate it, that is ddx, that is if we differentiate it, so we x to the power n, we will be getting n into the x to the power n minus 1, x to the power n minus 1, which is equal to n divided by x into x to the power n. Okay, or we may say x into ddx of, let us just multiply this x over in this ddx. So ddx of x into ddx of x to the power n is equal to n into x to the power n. Okay, so x into ddx of x to the power n gives the value, give the eigenvalue n. Okay, so here we get the same operator again, and with a constant. This constant is known as an eigenvalue. Okay, eigenvalue. So if the operator is x into ddx, we get the we have this operator to be an we have this function to be an eigenfunction with the eigenvalue to be found out as n. Okay, in the options you can see that option D is given in this way. So option D would be the correct option. Okay. So let us wrap this video up. We did solve quite a lot of questions. I guess one more video would be required, and then we'll be wrapping up this complete set of papers. Okay. So yeah. So that's thank you guys for this video. I'll see you guys in the next one.